Hey guys, I'm back, but I have something for you guys, and I'm gonna wait for my friend Katie Sampaio to come on. She is an amazing, amazing person. I'm gonna actually add her in now. Here she comes.
Hi.
That was so smooth.
I know, it was fast.
Awesome. Hi Ken. Hi Rachel. Hi Betsy. What's up, Doug? Hi Linda.
Oh, hey, Betsy.
All right. So, hi Joy. We're going to wait for some people to pop on. So, for those that don't know Katie, she's amazing. She is a best-selling Amazon author on food and nutrition, first-class personal trainer, literally accomplishing this all before the age of 27. And, you know, she hasn't even gotten started yet. Hi, Annette. What's up, Mike? Hi, Jen. Hey, Betsy.
Hello.
So, guys, we're going over some really, really important stuff. So, please share this because Katie and I are going to be going over some things. If you did not see our Facebook Live from about a month ago, we talked about getting ready to crush it in 2018. And, you know, Katie and I are both health and wellness professionals, and we have a guys and girls take on why a lot of people not only don't start their resolutions, but then quit. And there's a reason for that. What's up, Jason? And again, if you could share this video, Katie does free 15-minute coaching sessions, as do I. We love people obviously sharing this content because, you know, we use the platform of Facebook Live to get our point across. So I actually don't want to be the first one talking. I was raised by a wonderful mother who always taught me that ladies go first. So with that, I wanted to welcome my dear friend Katie Sampaio to the Facebook Live. And Katie and I talked earlier last week about what can we do to provide you guys content. So I gave her some things to talk about, and it's mostly on why people don't start or quit, you know, the emotional connection that we all have of why things don't go the way that we want to when starting and finishing or completing a New Year's resolution. So, Katie, I'm just going to turn it over to you to give your take on things so we can provide some relevant and real content to the audience. So, Katie, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so hey everyone, again, my name is Katie Sampaio. So I'm just going to give in a couple of my takes on why I feel like people don't finish their resolutions. Like this is right about the time that people are already like ditching them. So if that's you, go ahead and comment below. If you've already started to slack off a little bit, like give us some thumbs up. Just let us know if this is where you're currently at. If not, say, hell yeah, I'm still on it. I'm still moving forward. But this is the time that everyone, you know, you get really excited. The first week, no one really does anything. Then you get really ramped up. And now we're going into that third week, which is where everyone is already sick and tired of it. And it all comes down to, what are you really committed to? Why are you doing this? And it has to you have to have some sort of real emotional connection to why you want to do anything in life. So you have to attach your goals with something that's actually meaningful, and to a point, if it needs to make you cry or something when you really think about, why am I doing this? Am I just wanting to lose weight because I feel like I need to lose weight because everyone's telling me that I'm fat? Okay, no, you want to lose weight because of maybe this is something that you really just don't like the way that you personally feel every single day. You're noticing that your friends are doing other things that you're not maybe physically able to do because of the shape that you're currently in, and that's preventing you from living your life to the fullest. So it's a lot more. And whenever I run a program, like this is the first thing we talk about, and we talked about it on the Facebook Live about a month ago, is it really comes down to defining your why and creating an emotional connection with it. Personally, for me, I'm in a point where, you know, I do the same thing as everyone else, and I have my New Year's resolutions and my goals and everything like that. And I sat down and I really thought about, what am I committed to? One thing for me is I really did fall off during the holidays. I wasn't eating as clean as I usually do, and I was feeling it. Like I was feeling the effects of the energy drain, of me not being focused, of me not being the energized, like really go-getter person that I usually am. I was starting to feel a little even depressed. So when I looked in the mirror too, and I saw how my body looked, and then you guys can say whatever you want. I felt like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're skinny, this and that," but I don't care. This is how I feel about myself, right? I know that I could do better. I was just like, this isn't who I am, and I had a really like emotional breakdown where I was like, this isn't me doing what I need to do for myself to make me happy, to be the best version of myself, and that my big why for me was that I just was I want to feel amazing every single day, and really like make time for myself and put myself as a priority, which is what happened over the holidays. Is I made everyone else a priority. I made my work a priority. I made my friends, my family, because of the craziness, me trying to.
That's big.
You know, yeah, and that's what it's life, right? We're gonna go through these ups and downs. I'm a fitness professional. I teach people how to live healthy, but I'm still going through the same stuff that you guys are going through. It doesn't. I'm not special in that regard at all, and we all have these battles where we're struggling to really get to that next level and stay committed to what we say we're gonna stay committed to, and follow our own advice that we willingly or will give out, right, all the time. It's one thing to give it out, it's another thing to live it and really be an example of it. And I noticed I wasn't being the example that I knew I could really be. So for me, it was a big like emotional connection with me taking this like going back to just how I do things, which is clean eating, not dieting, but just like eating more foods that I just feel like really energize me. And I've been on this I started the same time, January 1st, with my program, Girls, and it's just crazy how much better that I really feel right now. I feel just like, I don't know, like I take on the world. And when you actually put yourself first and you make it yourself a priority and you're sticking with your goal, it all feels so good. And then you attract so many great things into your life, like in other ways and in other realms. So that's just personally like what I'm going through with my New Year's resolutions and how I've been sticking with them, even though we're about not even 3 weeks really in. It's just because I really created that, that I had enough, like, that emotional connection. Like, why do I even want to do this? Like, before I was just trying to look good because I felt like I had to for my audience, and it wasn't about how I really felt. So I turned it back to me. I see that Joy actually just said something. She said some people think
some people think us as leaders are superheroes and don't have to keep up our own grind, which is absolutely true.
Totally, yeah, and I was definitely going through this whole thing myself where I'm trying to please everyone else and like get stuff out there, but I wasn't really like taking care of myself the way that I want to, because I felt like I was letting people down by taking time out of that and this and that. And I can't be the best version of myself for everyone else until I take time to take a step back and do what just Katie, I need to do it. I need my selfishness right now in my life, and
you have to walk the walk.
Yeah, like totally. This is like part of it. So yeah.
I mean, how are you going to tell someone to live and maintain a healthy lifestyle if you're talking to them on the phone from the Taco Bell drive-thru?
Yeah, that's not gonna work. They're gonna be like, "Is this a joke? Like, why am I paying you?" Luckily, I only went to Taco Bell once in the month of December, so I'm pretty proud about that. It wasn't late. Or someone froze. Oh. Okay. We're back. Nice, Joy.
I think we're back.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it froze for a second. It didn't like the Taco Bell comment.
Yeah, and Jody wrote exactly. We need to set the example, and it's the truth. The one thing that I've learned, I was a competitive bodybuilder for 5 years, and it was a struggle. After I had a very, very hard time with getting back to having a real relationship with food. I had a lot of guilty feelings when I would eat things that I shouldn't. I couldn't enjoy going out to dinner or having dessert. And, Katie, have you ever done a show?
I haven't, because I don't think I could get that strict with it.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where it's, for me, I tell people that it's much different training for a show than the after effect. And, for me, I always wanted to regain that balance, but I started actually having a lot of resentment towards food. I wasn't able to enjoy, the simplicities of life. And it really started to affect me because I knew that I was better than that. And it took me almost 2.5 years to get back to normal. So, I caution people when training for shows, just be mindful that your body is not going to look that way forever.
Yeah.
It's really, it's not healthy. It's fairly impossible to maintain that low of a body fat percentage and do it in a healthy way. I do believe that you can be lean and healthy at the same time, but it has to be in a maintainable aspect. And, Katie, I really feel that the reason why a lot of people don't start or quit is because of the fear of, am I actually going to be able to do this?
Yeah.
And am I actually going to be able to maintain this?
Yeah.
So what's the easiest thing to do? Not start at all, or quit and go back to the way that it was before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And what I found was that incremental changes. Now, this is not a matter of like going all in right away. For some people, I tell them, you know what? Why don't you just start by taking soda out? And then let's work on removing gluten. Then let's talk about reducing some dairy. And it's slow, incremental things. I compare it to riding a bike. You don't just start riding a bike one day. You start by riding a three-wheeler, and then you get a bike with training wheels, and then you have your parents holding the back of the seat, and then one day they let go.
Yep.
So if you can go into the mindset of your goals for 2018 with, it doesn't have to happen overnight.
Yeah.
This is a life. So this is not a diet. And because, DIE, die is in diet.
Yeah.
You heard what Katie said, lifestyle.
Yes.
So this is for life. And the great thing is, and Kerry says, hi Karen, hi Linda. Joy says baby steps, and that's absolutely right. And Kerry says making too many changes can be detrimental to long-term success. Yes. So what I have people do is, whether it's in nutrition or business, write out a blueprint, a goal list of what you want to achieve, where you have like a pecking list of things that you want to accomplish. And Linda says the goal should be to be healthy, not being slim or skinny. You get disappointed if you don't see yourself slim. Mm-hmm. And for women, we never do. If you're healthy, it's easier to keep going. Absolutely. Charles says a clearly defined why long term. Exactly. So, Katie, let me ask you. One thing that you thought goal-wise was going to be really difficult, but it ended up being much easier once you got in the pool?
Let me think here. Fitness related or anything?
Could be anything, because again, lifestyle, that's mindset, that's heart set, that's, nutrition. What was something that you've recently accomplished that in your head it sounded like a really daunting task, but once you got to it, it actually was a lot easier once you got started?
Well, personally right now, being on television a lot, I saw it as this thing that, wow, how am I going to get to that level? Who the hell am I, right, to be on TV and this and that and have all this stuff going on for me from a business standpoint? and I took the baby steps to get there, and it's not that now. It's just kind of like it's a thing that I do, and it's cool, and like I like doing it. It's not this daunting, overwhelming thing that I think that I'm not capable of or don't deserve to have. And it really took with me just stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. It started with me even getting on video, like getting on these Facebook lives, man. This was not something I was comfortable with even a year ago. But it's just taking the consistency of doing things that you are uncomfortable with and that you might not be super great at now. We're never super great at anything in the beginning, and just working with it and then seeing if you really enjoy doing it once you're in it. Like at first I thought I was going to hate being on video. Like I was like, I gotta just do it though to get my message out there. My message was more important than me looking good in front of a camera. And now it just turned into something that I actually truly enjoy. But that was a self-discovery thing. And I think with anything that anyone's trying to achieve, it might start that way too. It might just start as something that you're curious about, something that you maybe want to challenge yourself a little bit. Like it doesn't have to turn into this giant project or someone that it doesn't have to be this thing that you then you're stuck with pursuing, and it defines who you are. But I think it's important as humans. Oh, thank you, Betsy. I think it's really important just for us to break through these barriers of what we think we're really capable of. I think that's why a lot of people do the bodybuilding competitions. It's a challenge. It's something that people don't think that they can do. That's why I saw someone here said running a marathon. A lot of people want to do this stuff. Maybe not, we don't really maybe enjoy it. Like we don't like running or something, right? Or we don't really like want to be in front of a stage showing our body off. But it's more just proving to ourselves that we can accomplish anything that we set our minds to, which then opens the door to other things and other areas of our lives for us to move forward with that maybe we were afraid to jump in or tackle before. And then maybe you do it and you think you're not going to like running, but you're doing it because it's a goal, and then it turns into be something that you absolutely love. And maybe you have a whole new group of running friends and a whole new community that you're then involved with, and it transforms and changes your life. But you're never going to know until you take that first little baby step towards that curiosity that might be popping up in the back of your head. So yeah, that was like the video thing. I kind of went off tangent, I feel like, but
no, that was beautiful. And for those that don't follow Katie, I tagged her in this video. Please follow her. She has online nutrition plans, online workouts, amazing, delicious, incredible recipes. She has a recipe book. She has a whole library of stuff. So if you haven't done already, send her a friend request. Joy said, I fear lies. That's a goal for 2018. It's been a while. And, you know, for some, you know, I understand people get really afraid of Facebook Live because they're always afraid of, you know, what if I forget what I should say? Or what if no one resonates with my message? Or, you know, what if I sound stupid? And those are all stories. But here's the thing, you know, you can provide any content you want, and someone is going to take something away from it. Hi, Trisha. You know, and it's one of those things where you are your own worst enemy. You know, your mindset. I recently watched this amazing TED Talk by Mel Robbins called The 5-Second Rule. And if you guys haven't checked it out, go to YouTube, just type in The 5-Second Rule, Mel Robbins. And she basically says you have 5 seconds to make a decision before your emotions take over of why you're not going to do something. And I do this with my alarm clock when it goes off. I want to sometimes hit snooze, but I do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I get out of bed. So that 5 second, I mean, enjoy. This can relate to, you know, the feeling you have of pressing that go live button on your phone. It's not a big deal. You know, there's things that we've all done. And as kids, I mean, Joy, you know, you're a parent, you know, I'm a parent. The fact of the matter is our kids are not afraid of anything. You say, hey, do you want to do a Facebook Live? They're already going live before you can even tell them how to do it. And the fact of the matter is, if you take that notion, if you take that mindset that our kids have, where we had no fear and they have no fear, we're just grown kids with more advanced emotional connections. But if you just, you know, if you just stop the emotion behind something, it's actually stopping you from achieving something really beautiful that you're never going to experience. Because when you keep thinking about it, you keep talking about it, you keep praying on it, that's still not going to give you the outcome that you deserve. You know, for you to look and feel the way that you need to look and feel, that requires you eating a certain way, exercising a certain way. You know, if you're looking to grow your business, to grow your brand, to do something different, that requires you to do something different. And, you know, the definition of insanity, you've all heard this before, is doing the same thing day in, day out, expecting something different to happen. It's not going to change unless you change. And the big thing that you know we wanted to leave with you is that you don't have to wait for January 1st to start your goals. You don't have to wait for tomorrow to start your goals. You know, a yearly goal is any given 12-month period. So you can start tomorrow, which is January 16th, and go till January 16th of next year. That's still a yearly goal. Yeah. So Katie, before we hop off, any last words of wisdom or advice for those that are on here looking to either start or continue in achieving their resolution this year?
I will say real quickly, I just thought of this, and this could give you guys some motivation and for some hope if you have a really big goal and you're really nervous about it, nervous about sticking with it. I recently posted me doing a full split, okay? And this is a 4-year process for me to finally get here, guys. Like, I started this journey towards even caring if I could do a split 4 years ago, and I pulled my hamstring trying to do it, like really like over getting it, I tried to bring my leg up to my head, and I pulled it and I fell to the ground, and I couldn't even exercise for 6 months. And me being in this industry, it was like, might as well
torture.
Yeah, like it was like the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And I was like, I lost a ton of confidence in myself after that. And I finally, like a week ago, guys, got it. And so it doesn't matter if it takes you a year, it doesn't matter if it takes you 5 years, you're gonna have bumps in the road. Let's just acknowledge that now, right? But it doesn't matter if you do, right? If you keep working towards it and you keep pushing through this is a test. Like, I feel like, you know, God tests us in a lot of different ways by putting roadblocks in our way on purpose, so that when we do reach that final destination, it has truly been a learning experience and a journey to get there. And I feel like a lot of the time, this is what I talk about in the post, we're so focused on that end result that we're not even enjoying like how much we're growing as a human as we go through the journey towards achieving our resolutions, our goals. And I really want to leave on the note of just saying that when you're doing this, don't get down on yourself if you don't stick to your workout one day, or you go off on vacation and you enjoy yourself for a week. That doesn't mean that it's over. If you get injured and you can't keep working towards achieving a certain goal because of it, or you get fired, you know, something comes up, right? You get it broken up with. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. That doesn't mean that it's over with. That doesn't mean that it's done with and you just throw it to the side. That just means that's another hurdle for you to figure out some strategic way to keep moving through it, because you will get there. I have been there, guys, when I really just, in other situations in my life, I'm like, there's no way I'm recovering from this. And it might take years, but I just have a recent experience where it's like, yes, it can happen. And then it's just this amazing sense of joy that comes through you, and it opens up your mind to thinking, well, now, wow, that took me 4 years, but I did it. So now what else is possible? So don't be so concerned about achieving the goal in a certain period of time if it's just not meant to be. My body wasn't ready for it yet. So I hurt myself because I tried to push it too much, and I wasn't enjoying the journey, and I just wanted to reach that goal so bad that I forgot about why I was even doing it, right? So just keep that in mind. If you have bump in the road, accept it. Really think that everything happens for a reason, and keep moving through in maybe a creative, different way, and you will end up getting there in the end.
Great advice. And and what you guys have to understand, Katie and I were just like you guys. We were people on a journey, on a mission to achieve something. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. And for those that don't know the story of Roger Bannister, Roger Bannister was the first person to run under a 4-minute mile in the world. And basically he was told by doctors that if he attempted to run under 4 minutes in a mile, that his heart would explode. And he thought higher of that. So he trained for it. And no one in history had ever broken the 4-minute barrier until Roger Bannister did. And when he did it, the crazy thing is, in the 2 years after he broke it, 36 other people then broke it as well. And the only reason for that is when someone sees that something is possible, they know it can be achieved. So if there are people around you that are achieving certain things, whether it's financial, nutrition, whatever it is, it's possible, and just you have to do it. So don't think anything is impossible if you see it being done. So with that, Katie, thank you so much for popping on. Her and I are going to do more of these throughout the year just to check in and see how you guys are doing. Again, I've tagged her in this post. Please follow her on Facebook. She's got amazing content, just amazing products, and she works with a lot of women. So for the ladies out there that are looking for some online workout programs and fun, healthy recipes, definitely check her out. And Katie, as always, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to spread the good word and to spread your love on Facebook Live.
Of course, I love collaborating with you because you have such a great energy, and I feel like everyone who's on here, that's why they're consistently on here with you, because you really lift people up. So I'm more than happy to always, hop on anytime.
Awesome. Well, listen, I'm grateful for you. Again, Happy New Year. And for those that are jumping on now and on the replay, thank you so much. Leave your comments below. And again, check Katie out and enjoy the rest of your Mondays. And Katie and I will see you again the next time on another surprise pop-up. So have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye. Good night.